What's your assessment of the team thus far, off season to this point right now, about a few weeks before the season start?
Well, we're working hard. The coaches have put them through from the weight room to speed and agility training to conditioning through practice. They've been here all summer. So I'm really happy with their effort. They've done what I've asked them to do. We're still a pretty inexperienced team, so we're still fighting through some problems in execution and just knowing assignments and the speed of the game for our younger players. In particular areas we're trying to improve. But generally speaking, I like my team. I love their attitudes. They come out and work hard every day. We just have to clean up some of the football stuff. And once we get on the field, we get some snaps on tape, I think we'll get better.
Let's talk about the offensive backfield first. Your quarterback, Grayson, and the running back situation right now.
Well, Grayson was a sophomore last year, and he was introduced to a new offense, and I thought he did a good job running our option. And so he's more comfortable another year in the system. The players obviously support him, and he looks a lot more ready, and he's able to anticipate some things that he wasn't last year, having 12 games in our system. So we're excited about Grayson. He's put on weight, he's grown, he's had a real good offseason. Our running back situation, as you know, we graduated Mason Mills, who was one of our leading rushers, but we are lucky at Porter Ridge. We have depth at the running back position, and we have several young players coming up from our JV that had great off seasons that we're excited about. Our two starters, Jalen Coleman and Will Kilgo, were both on varsity last year. Jalen is a converted wide receiver who's going actually back to running back. So we feel comfortable and excited about our depth there. We got some guys that aren't household names yet, but I think they will be in our offense. And so even though on the surface it may appear we've lost some guys, we have some guys in the waiting that are ready to prove themselves.
And your positions at wideout, I guess Austin Richardson leading that?
Yeah,
group?
Austin last year played a lot of positions for us, and towards the end of the year we settled in at receiver, so he'll be a starting receiver for us. We also have Jake Horstkamp and Jacob Leith, who did not play last year. That will be playing receiver for us. We also have some younger kids that will supply us with some depth. So we want to be a little more balanced in the passing game this year. We felt that we were run heavy last year. It made us easy to defend. So with Grayson and with Austin and with some of the talent we have at receiver, there's no reason why we can't throw the ball a little bit better this year.
And how do you feel about that offensive line protecting all those assets?
Well, you're only as good as you are up front. And last year, we were learning. And when we got up against bigger, stronger defensive linemen in our conference, we tended to struggle a little bit. So we put our offensive line, we put them through it in the weight room in the offseason. And they've responded. So we're much more deep at that position. We have 3 starters back, plus we had a player, Chase Hagler, our center, that was hurt last year that is now a junior, and he's ready to go. So we like our depth, we like our experience. We have a left tackle position that's being competed for right yet. We haven't decided on that position yet. However, we have some junior linemen that played JV last year that are growing in our system. So another year, another year of experience for our guys, and we feel we will be able to run the ball pretty effectively this year.
And flipping the ball over to the defensive side, you have DJ McDaniel leading that defensive line. Talk about the line play.
Well, that's where we took a little bit of a hit. We lost 3 starters. DJ's the only returning starter that we have, and DJ's had a heck of an offseason. He's improved in squat and bench and his times. He's got 3 scholarship offers. When we're excited about DJ right now, but we also again have some guys that we've been developing over the years that didn't play a whole lot that are ready for their turn. Isaiah Moran, DeAndre Watkins, just to name a few, are both big, strong kids that I think will help us contribute for our team.
And your secondary pretty strong. Talk about the leadership of Jake Horstkamp, one of the top ball hawkers in the county last year, and Cambria back there as well.
Well, that was an area that we knew in the offseason that we had to get better. And we really focused on that in the clinic season, in the off season, looking at what we were doing. And also getting better at the safety position. Last year we just moved too many guys around, and it was hard for our kids to get comfortable. This year the kids have played the same position all spring, all summer, and they're really getting a lot of quality reps. Obviously, Jake Horsecamp and Edric Litiango is our boundary corner. We feel really good at that position. Jake has a nose for the ball, and he's tough as nails. Plus, he's as smart as they come, and we're excited about him. Plus, with Austin Richardson, Matt Cambria, and Will Kilgo also helping us at safety, we've tried to get a little more athletic, get a little tougher, and be able to match up against the good skill players that are in our conference. And that was an area that we felt that we needed to improve upon from last year.
We'll talk about the, I guess, the seasonal goals. I mean, this is a tough conference to make really big leaps and bounds, and you guys doubled your output in wins over the previous 2 seasons last year. What do you expect from this team coming into this season, again, with a very tough conference?
Well, you know, expectations are funny. Last year we didn't have a whole lot of expectations, and we feel we exceeded them. This year, with the amount of returning players, people expect a little more on us. So we hold ourselves to our own standard, and we know that if we're playing fast and we're executing and we're being the best that we can be, you know, we know we'll be competitive. And I said that last year, is that I don't get into prognostications about whether we're going to win this or whether we're going to win that. What we try to do is improve week to week. We want to be competitive in every game, and we want to have a chance to win in the fourth quarter. Now, last year we couldn't say that, particularly in a few games in our conference. However, I think last year showed the guys that we can compete, and that's really what we're trying to do, is just compete with the big boys in our conference, and be there at the end, and then we'll see where it ends up. We always set the goal of winning our conference. We want to win all of our games at home. We want to be competitive versus our rivals, Sun Valley and Piedmont, and we want to practice on Thanksgiving. And if we're doing those things, then we've had a successful season. So right now, I'm pretty hard on the kids, both in film and on the field. And if we play to our potential, I feel that we can be right there and have the opportunity to achieve our goals.